Okay, I'm gonna use this Eastwood flaring tool. I can't remember if I made a video or not, but whatever it was, I wasn't. If I did, I wasn't satisfied. So I got a close up in here. So I made some. I made some tubing out of the. I made one line 6 inches too short, so I just been cutting it up into pieces. So what you do, make sure this is securely in the vise. I got it wrong right now. I don't know if you can see that. This part should be in the vise. Like that. And I mean tight. The tighter the better. Let's see if I'm still in the picture. Yeah. Let's back out of here. Just kick the tripod. Okay, so there's directions. Basically the direction says the tool mounts inside your vise to help you easily form 45 degree single, double, and bubble flares. It doesn't say how to do a single flare. I'm not even sure what a single flare is. So anyway, you take a piece of pipe. This is a 1/4 inch. Let me get my dies. So these dies, it says a 1/4 inch. And you notice this one side has a 45 on it, and this other one just has a flat. You don't need to know this, but I researched it, and that's called a DIN. As a German, like in America, it's ASE. In Germany, and ISO and DIN are the same. It's like worldwide in Germany. They don't use 45 flare anyway. I mean, I guess a lot of the cars coming over, and I don't work on new cars, so you got to be careful to make sure when you pull out your brake lines, that you look at it and see what kind of flare. It's either going to be a flat flare or a 45 flare. So in this case, we're doing 45. So I'm putting the 45 that direction. First, I'm going to put this on operation 0. Or OP.0, operation 0. Put that in. Put this in, just put it right up against it. Make sure the 45 is going this way. Oh, I'm going to do this correctly. They say put a little bit of anti-seize, but I got a little bit of grease right here. I just wiped that extra grease off something and I just saved it. Put it up against it. Make sure the 45. Put this over. Make sure this is up high enough where this won't slide through. No, I just until it touches. Now operation 0, it's just gonna push the die and the pipe flush all the way back. Now you tighten it. Like I said, this is a 1/4 inch pipe. So I'm going to find the appropriate 1/4 inch on OP1. So OP1 1/4 inch, that's operation 1. We went 0, operation 0, now we're going operation 1. Now according to the directions, this will make a bubble flare. Even though I have that vise locked down, it slips. So you just go like that. You can pull it stop. I think I'll just take it out and we'll see what it looks like. This is supposed to be a bubble flare. Looks good. Now I don't know exactly what to use a double flare for, except for putting it over a rubber tube and putting a clamp on it. So now we're going to do the same thing, but we're going to do it. We're going to make a double flare. That's a bubble flare. I'm going to put it back on operation 0. Make sure the 45 is going that way, which it is. I'm going to put this all the way up. I tell you, I'm going to put these up. You can just see it slide. So put this over, put this through. Again, I just tighten this down so it just touches. Now watch, it's going to push the dies and the tube flush. Tighten it. Again, it's 1/4 inch tube. There's 3/16, there's 1/4, there's 3/8, and there's 5/16. But anyway, I'm going to go back to operation 1/4 inch. We'll try to do a double flare. First you go operation 1. I just want to point out that you see there's a 45 on here, and that's flat. So all the operation 1s are flat. All the operation 2s are 45. So put it back in. Now you gotta be careful. Sometimes you put it in, that's not in. I don't know why. Sometimes you have to take it out. That snap, hear that double snap? Operation 1. This is gonna make the bubble flare. Stops. Now we're going to go to operation 2, 1/4 inch. On here it says 3/16 and 1/4. This is the 45. Now this is supposed to make the double flare, which is what we need for an American car of this era anyway. I'm not sure about other years and foreign cars. Let's see what happens. Loosen this. Pull that back. Pull this up. I don't think I put grease on it. You see it's got a 45 inside there. What bothers me about this tool of course, this is 5/16, but it appears that there's more of a 45 on this one than this, and I don't know how to fix that. Again, maybe I'm off camera. You can see the two different. Let's do it one more time. Get another piece. Put it back to 0. Put a little grease on this time. I think it's so it won't get stuck in the die. Put the 45 end back on. Keep this long. Push that in. Tighten this down just till it's touching. Flush it up with operation 0. Tighten it. Operation 1. This does the bubble. You gotta be careful. There's more than one Operation 1. This one says Operation 1 DIN. We don't want that. We want Operation 1 quarter. Operation 2 1/4. Maybe I'll push it a little bit easier this time. I feel like it stopped. See if that makes a difference. Loosen this, pull this out. That sure don't look like no 45 to me. I wish I had some 1/4 inch fittings here, but I don't have any yet. Hang on. Bringing this proportion valve over here. But the thing is that this one's shot, that's 1/4 inch. And this one's frozen too. So I don't have any 1/4 inch fittings yet. So we did that. Got a bubble. Yeah, double flare. Let's just try and see what a DIN does. Put some grease on here. Put it on Operation 0. Oh, you gotta turn this around for a DIN. Again, this is a different type of flare, which we're not going to use on this car. Make sure I do the same on this side. Put it up tight. This time the 45 is pointing that way, the square end is pointing this way. Leave it long, over, in, snug. Pushing it the wrong way. Tighten. Now what confuses me about this tool, like I was saying about the DIN, it only says DIN on one size. So let's just put it on DIN. We'll just see what happens. See, the difference is the DIN, it's rounded out on the outside. On the double flare, it's flared in on the inside. Now the bubble flare, this is the bubble flare, this is the DIN. The DIN is in my right hand. They look the same to me. You know, the only thing different, maybe Operation 1 is a bubble flare and a DIN. I don't know. The directions don't say. I've called Northern Tool, they don't know. But this does say 4.75 millimeter, whatever that means. I don't know that size right now. So let's just try something else. Put it back on 45. Get another piece. A little grease on the end. Too much, but so what? Back on 0. 45 is facing that way. Leave this long. This over. Put that through. Just till it touches. I'm pushing the die in the pipe. Flush. Tighten. We'll go operation 1, quarter. I'm just going to push the handle this way to see if it does anything. Absolutely nothing. Doesn't even reach. So let's try without doing operation 1. Operation 2. Quarter inch. So we're skipping operation. We did operation 0. We're skipping operation 1. Let's see what happens. I think it's just going to flare out. Flare and it cut it, stretch too much. Now I'm going to try put more pressure on. Operation 0. .45's that way. Down, lock, just snug it, flush it up, tighten, quarter inch, operation 1. That's as far as it'll go, for sure. Now we'll go quarter inch, OP2, quarter inch. This should make the double flare. I'll just make sure I go all the way, which I think I did, but you never know. It won't go any further than that. See if that changed. Give it more of a flare. Let's see, when you tighten this, again, I wish I had one of these fittings, but you notice it's flush. It's probably okay. Let's look at the dies. See, now I got grease on it. Probably should just put some oil on there or something. It does have a 45 die on there. Let's lay this in here. So it is at a 45. It's just not a smooth 45. Because it does follow the die. And here's the single flare. And then we'll go for the bubble flare. I'm not sure which one of these is a bubble. I think it's the bubble flare. Which is also says din on the end, by the way. That's another thing that makes me curious. They all say din. All these different sizes say din, but it only says din here. So I don't. And again, they don't know the answer to that. And I called them 3 days ago, and they said they're going to check. But you know what? Every time I call that place, they never get back to me. So I'm just going to put this thing away. Put this on. Put that through. Tighten this. It's right in my way for walking through. By the way, this handle has a screw right here. Take that screw out, the handle comes out. But I'm just going to set it aside and put a rag over it. Keep any, I don't know, moisture. So, that's it. Close this up.